The terminal disease of Alzheimer's is, excuse me, the terminal disease of Alzheimer's affects very many people in the world today. And that likely includes some of you who are listening to this speech. Having spent 5 years as a hospice chaplain, I had very many patients with the diagnosis of Alzheimer's. So I actually saw the different stages of this disease exhibited in the physical life that they lived. In light of that, I want to assure you, if your life is any way affected by Alzheimer's, that there is hope for you still for happiness in the midst of Alzheimer's. I once had a patient named Miss Dixie who had the diagnosis of Alzheimer's. And she was at the point in the development of the disease in her that it sometimes prompted foul language and an aggressive attitude in her. Although her family had told me previously that before Alzheimer's, she was a very sweet Southern lady. I also found out that for over 40 years, she played the organ in a church. And so I thought, as part of her spiritual service, my spiritual service to her, I thought I would sing hymns to her until I remembered that I can't sing very well at all. So I didn't want to distress her with my voice at singing. I decided I would hum old hymns while I visited with her sometimes. Well, after several times visiting with her and humming when in the quiet times between us, I noticed that she began to quietly sing the song that I was humming, which was Amazing Grace. As she sang, she got louder and her voice was clear, even though at this point in her life, she wasn't speaking very clearly. Her singing voice in Amazing Grace was clear and beautiful. Her smile was radiant. It was obvious that she was enjoying herself. And it was obvious to me that she was enjoying sharing this time with me. I eventually learned through different patients with Alzheimer's that we can have moments of happiness with Alzheimer's patients, with our loved ones, if we take time to find out what makes them happy at this point in their lives, and then do that with them. May God bless you all richly according to His glory.